Hello everyone, my name is Gohar Shah from Wisdom School of Accountancy and I teach SPR, AAA, F8 and F1 from Wisdom School of Accountancy. And this is a demo lecture for F1 exam in which I'll be talking about the exam syllabus, the exam pattern, and the pass rates of F1. And at the same time, I will be also providing some knowledge and some information about the ACCA Study Hub material that is now available on the ACCA's website and whether that should be used for the preparation of the exam as well. Let's talk about the exams syllabus first. The ACCA's FBT exam, or in other words, the F1 exam, a very easy exam to pass. What is the syllabus of this exam and why this is quite easy at the same time? So the first topic, there are 6 basic topics from where the examiner is going to ask questions in the exam. The first topic is the business organization and its external environment. These are 2 separate topics. The business organization is topic number 1 on ACCA Study Hub, and at the same time it is chapter number 1 in Kaplan study text. It is the chapter number 1 in that Kaplan study text. And the external environment is a very big topic in ACCA Study Hub, but at the same time in Kaplan it is from chapter 6 to 9, the external environment, and this is a very important area for the purpose of exams. The second topic is organization culture, organization's structure, culture, governance, and sustainability. All of these are different topics. Organization structure relates with chapter number 2 in the Kaplan study text, and culture relates with chapter 3. The governance and sustainability fall within chapter 4 and 5. So there goes chapter number 1 to chapter number 9 we have already covered in the first 2 topics. The rest of the topics fall in chapter 10 to chapter number 25 in the Kaplan exam. The business functions, where we learn about what are the different types of departments in a business. The regulation, where we learn how many regulations there are in a business that we have to follow, and what is an internal audit department, what are internal controls, and how you follow regulations. Technology, how technology is incorporated in the business and how technology helps you do everything. Leadership and management, where we learn how to be a leader, and management relates with how to manage your employees, how to manage the business at the same time, and who is a manager, what is the difference between a leader and a manager, what are the different styles of leadership and management. All of these things we will learn in this topic. The fifth topic relates with personal effectiveness. How do you ensure that you're effective at your job and effective at your work? And at the same time, how do you communicate in business? What are the advantages and disadvantages of communicating in business? What are the ineffectiveness of communicating in the business at the same time? This is a separate topic within the Kaplan exam kit, Kaplan study text, and at the same time the ACCA Study Hub. And finally, the most important topic is professional ethics, which will be carried on forward to the last exam in the professionals, that is professional ethics. And this topic is not just important for F1, this is important for all the exams of ACCS to see. So we will focus very much upon this topic. You can expect that we will learn everything about professional ethics in F1, because this will be carried forward to the rest of the exams as well. Apart from this, what is the exam pattern of F1 exam? The exam pattern of F1 is very simple and straightforward. If you talk about the exam pattern, there are 2 sections, section 1 and section B. Within section 1, there are 2 types of questions. And both are just MCQs. There are 2 types of MCQs that will be asked in section 1. In section 1, the first type is a story will be given to you, and there will be 3 options available from which you have to choose the correct option. And if there are 3 options available, you will have 1 marks for that MCQ. And if there are 4 options available from in a story that, and you have to select 1 or 2 correct options, they will have 2 marks. In short, if there are 4 options available, you will always get 2 marks for that single MCQs. And if there are 3 options available, then you will get 1 marks for that MCQ. And 1 marks MCQs, there will be 16 questions in section number 1, which will have 1 marks. And in section 1, in section A, for 2 marks, there will be 30 MTQs as well. So this makes a total, if there are 30 MCQs of 2 marks each, and there will be 30 MCQs in the F1 exam for 2 marks each, these will be of 60 marks in total. And if we talk about the 1 mark questions, there will be 16 MCQs of 1 marks. This will be a total of 16 marks for the 1 mark questions. So a total of 60 plus 16. This will be 76 marks for section number A. In section number B, there is a different type of question. There are MTQs. And now what is an MTQ? Just as we talk about section A before this, in section A, we will be given a story, a single heading or anything, a single sentence, and we will have to choose the correct option out of three or out of four, depending upon how many marks there are. It can either be three options given to us or the four options given to us for the MCQs. But in MTQs, there is no such difference. The only difference is the story given behind each MTQ. An MTQ is a story given to you just like this. And from this story, you will be asked one, two, three, or four questions. It depends upon how many marks the examiner gives for each MTQ. Now, each MTQ has 4 credits available, 4 marks available for each MCQs. In each MCQ, either in each MTQ, either there will be 1 question, 2, 3, or 4 questions. It depends upon the marks. Now, any type of MCQ, there will be MCQs in these MTQs as well. The 4 marks will be divided into MCQs. Each MCQ will either have 1 marks, 2 marks, 3 or 4 marks. If you are given, let's say you are given a story and you have to choose 3 correct options out of 5 or 6 different options, it will have probably 3 marks available. And this smaller MCQ will be linked with the story that will be given in the first place for the MTQ. If you get 2 marks questions within the exam, within the MTQ for a single MTQ, then you will get 2 MCQs which will relate or which will be solved both from the same story that will be given to you. And in 1 mark questions, you will be given 4 questions at the same time, and these questions will relate to the story themselves. Or there can also be a combination of all the types of questions that I just told you. For example, there can be 1 2 marks questions and 1 2 1 mark questions. That will be a total of 4 marks. There can be a 1 3 marks question and 1 1 mark question available in the exam for a single MTQ. This will again be a total of 4 marks. So there will be a total of 6 MTQs in the exam. 6 MTQs in the exam, and each MTQ will have 4 marks available. So a total of 24 marks for the MCQs, which gives us a total of, if we add the section A total marks that were 76 and the section B total marks which were 24, so the F1 exam has a total of 100 marks available. Let's take a look at the MTQs and MTQs of real life. Now, we are looking at the MCQs and the section A first of all. If I talk about the section A, I told you there will be 2 types of questions in section A. Either it will be a 2 marks question or 1 mark question. There will be 16 1 mark question and 32 marks question. The 2 mark question will be like this. You will be given a full story, and at the same time you will be given 4 options, and you have to choose the correct option out of these 4. And if you are given 1 mark question, you will be given either 3 options, or it can be a true false question just like this one. You don't have 4 options available. You just have to tick if the given statement is correct or not correct. Same is the situation with the MTQs. If we take a look at the MTQs now, right here, these are MTQs. If you look here, there is a full story given to us. And from the story, we have to solve the correct option right here. And look at this, a full 4 marks question has been asked, a 4 mark MCQ has been asked. We have to tick which option is the correct option. This is an MTQ. An MTQ can have only 1 question within it for 4 marks, or an MTQ can be of this type, just like here, just like this. This is one MTQ. It has 2 different options available, and each option is of 2 marks. So a total of 4 marks are available, and these are very easy to pass. For example, this is a story given to you at the back end of the MTQ, at the start of the MTQ. Based upon this story, you will solve this question, and based upon this story, you will also solve this question in part B. So one MTQ will have 4 marks towards it. If we come forward and look at the pass rates of the F1 exam, it has a very high pass rate because this exam is very easy to pass. In fact, it has the highest passing rate of any exam within ACCA. Majority students pass it on self because this is not difficult to pass. And if any student is taking lectures, it is really easy to pass as well. In June 2023, there was a pass rate of 83%. In December 2022, there was a pass rate of 79%. In June again 85, and in the last December it was 84. The highest has always been, or you can say the average passing rates of this exam, the average passing number of students in this exam has always been around 80%. It has never decreased from 80%, or otherwise if I talk about 79, it is always close to 80%. It can be more than 80% or below 80%. It can be 80%, but it won't be fluctuating more than more below or more above than 80%. But in June 2012, if you go back towards June 2012 and June 2011 and June 20 and in 2012, 11, 13, 14, these are the times when this F1 exam was really difficult to pass. It had a pass rate of 65%, but from 2018 onwards, from 18 onwards, the pass rate has always been 80%, and it will remain like this for life because ACCA's F1 exam is really easy to pass. It is not that much difficult. F1 or FPD, it is the same thing. Now let's come towards the note, because if you are preparing for the exam, you have to study from ACCA Study Hub. You have to prepare for the exam from ACCA Study Hub because there is material available there. You have to also study from Kaplan or PPP, one book that you would use to prepare your exam. Then you have to solve Kaplan kit, and at the same time you have to solve the PPP kit. And when you have done everything, you also need to give mock exams to understand, to acknowledge where your understanding is right now. Are you prepared for the exam, final exam, or not? For these purposes, our study program has been divided into different parts. For example, when we talk about the notes where we study from, we have self-prepared notes from Wisdom that include the Kaplan study text, that include the BPP study text, and also all the information within the ACCA Study Hub. Because the most important thing where you can study from right now is the ACCA Study Hub. It has the most up-to-date information available. So our notes are prepared in very much detail from the ACCA Study Hub, and it also includes the information from the Kaplan. If we look at the notes, this is topic number 1 of ACCA, the topic number 1 of F1 exam. It includes the information in ACCA Study Hub and also all the information that is in the Kaplan study text. But your question would be that if it includes all the information, these notes would be so long. But always remember, within everywhere you study from, whatever textbook that you are using, whether you are using ACCA's Kaplan kit or Kaplan study text or the ACCA study hub, there is always unnecessary information within those books, something that has never been asked in the exams, and things that would never be asked in the exams in the future, things that never have been asked in the past, and things that never have been asked in the future nor in the present. We do not include those information within our study notes. Those things are not included within these notes. These are well prepared notes by Wisdom, which are provided to all the students in advance, in collection with the lecture notes as well, in collection with the lectures and the live classes. And these notes are provided, and the lectures that you would take are prepared from these notes. For example, if we look at the definition of a business now in the book, if you look at the book, there is a very detailed definition given, but the definition is the same. If we study from here, this is the same definition as written in the book. It focuses more upon the words that you should remember upon your fingertips in different colors, and those words have then been explained further on so you can understand what is meant by each. And this is a portion you can expect one MCQ from this specific definition. You can expect one MCQ for 2 marks. Again, each and every single line written in this notes is very important for the purpose of exam, because all of these notes which will be provided to you, this was just topic number 1. And if you look here, these notes also include information from the ACCA Study Hub, the questions from the ACCA Study Hub as well. And if you look at the notes from chapter number 14 of ACCA's Kaplan study text, same is the case here. The definitions have been written in a very very confined manner and highlight it so that you can understand which words do you have to keep on your fingertips. And if you are keeping words upon your fingertips, they are easier to remember. And if they are easier to remember, it is easy to solve it in the exam. It is easy to memorize it in the exam. So if we go down even further, when we have covered each chapter, the next step is solving the questions from the ACCA Study Hub and the Kaplan exam kit. In the lectures, whenever we complete a specific topic, for example, this is a topic which relates to business organization. When we have completed all of this topic in one lecture, in that same lecture, we will then go ahead and solve the MCQs, first of all, from the ACCA Study Hub. We will solve the MCQs available on the ACCA Study Hub. Then, in these notes, the MCQs for Kaplan and the MTQs have already been highlighted. Which MCQ relates with this topic specifically. Like here, it is written that for this topic number one, MCQ number 1 to 10 relates to this topic. We will go ahead and solve these MCQs within the lecture, so you understand how to solve the MCQs very well. And if we go towards chapter number 14, at the end of chapter 14, first we will solve the MCQs available on the ACCA Study Hub. Then we are going to solve the MCQs available in the Kaplan exam kit and the MTQs as well available in the Kaplan exam kit, which have been highlighted at the end of the chapter notes. And after we have completed all the questions and we have completed at least 4 or 5 different topics, then there comes the mock exam. And a mock exam is taken from every single student on Saturdays or the days that they are available. Once they have completed a specific number of topics, then we have mock exam. For example, this is a mock exam that has been pre-prepared by us, which will be provided to you through link, and you will solve it upon your laptop based upon your understanding. And this will make us understand where you stand right now. It will help you more understand the overall how the questions will be asked in the exam. And these MCQs, these mock exams, are prepared from BPP kit, because we do not solve BPP kit in the class. We solve it by the exams. When you attempt it, the questions that you do wrong, the responses that you have wrong. For example, if here is one student who has already attempted a mock exam. From notes, she has prepared from the notes, and from the notes, she got 83 marks in this mock exam. And in this mock exam, where there is an error, where you have not done an MCQs right, we ask you, we make you understand where you were wrong. We provide a complete explanation at the same time, so you understand why you have done an MCQs wrong. And this helps you understand the F1 exam even better and makes sure that you can score well above 75, 80, or 85 marks at the same time. And this is one of the quickest strategies, that attempt the mock exams as much as you can and take guidance from your tutor so that you can score well in your exams. And at the same time, when you are taking lectures from us, we also provide live WhatsApp support, in which we will also create a group in which I will be available 24/7, and you can ask any type of question related to F1 at any time. And it is my responsibility to reply it on time. And at the same time, on each Sunday, we have a live class on Zoom or any other platform that is available and that is quickly available to the students. We will have live classes on that. So if you have major issues, you can ask me questions in the live class as well. At the same time, you can also go in the link and check out the first lecture on our website to judge and to see how the lectures are provided, how the MCQs are solved. And if you have any questions, kindly ask us, and kindly do not hesitate to ask any type of questions from us. And if you have any other questions related to the enrollment and admissions, you can also contact us at the same time. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all have a great day. Bye bye.